Hey, it's Brody with BTR Outfitters, and over the course of the next few weeks, we're going to be doing a little bit of in-depth videos going over different parts of conversion camper vans and some of the just different aspects that make them between your luxury camper vans and some of the more like rugged adventure camper vans that we've got. Show you some of the differences, the key features that kind of people look for, and even if you're an avid camper that's already had experience with vans, or somebody just getting started into it and trying to figure out what they're wanting to do with them, we're going to hope that this video kind of at least gives you some new information and maybe something you can take away from it. After this video, if you got any questions or anything regarding vans that you want to see in the next few weeks, drop them down in the comments below and we'll try and answer those questions while we're going over these different things. Some of the main things we're going to be going over in this video series is going to be the different vans, some of the key features that kind of make them different from brand to brand. We carry usually the Fords, the Mercedes, or the Chevys. Kind of explain the differences of that, but we're also going to hit on like the ProMaster or even some of the Nissan vans and stuff like that too. One thing we're going to kind of help y'all try and understand is some of the different layouts and why you would do certain ones, kind of like the one that we're doing this video in right now. It's kind of more of the rear dinette, a little bit more room in it for hanging out. So we'll be going over the different layouts, kind of comparing the different interior layouts between all these to kind of help you understand and figure out what style of camping you even like to do, or whenever you're kind of using your van for living in, or just traveling around and having whatever convenience factors you might like and want to have with it. One of the main things with us at BTR Outfitters that we like to do is we like to at least have a few different vans on the lot for different layouts. So if you're wanting to get one pretty fast, you can come buy one off the lot. If you just want to check one out before you even place an order, we tend to like to have many different options so you can be able to check them out. If you're not in our area and we're not going to be at a show that you might be at, on our website we do have a new list of all the cool little van expos and meetups and stuff like that going on over the course of this next year. So you'd be able to put your hands on, see some vans, and see if that's something that you might want to be interested in. It's always good just to be able to compare different layouts, differences between the pop-top conversions like what we tend to have on our lot for your multi-family kind of multiple people camping and sleeping, or your ones that are set up more for just two people with a bed set up in them. So this first part that we're going to be going over is going to be kind of understanding your camping conversion vans and some of the different aspects of them, whether you're looking for the ones that are more fully loaded with all the little gadgets and features, or you're looking for something that's going to be a little bit more rugged and get you into that little more beaten path a little bit further. Kind of like the Chevy, it's going to be more of your aggressive, lower height, so you can get in through more brush, stuff like that a little bit easier. You got a little bit higher clearance, manual locking in, four-wheel drive, so you really got that ease of mind knowing that you got your 4 low or your 4 high to be able to really get back into some pretty good country and get away from some people. With like some of these bigger ones that they've got a little bit more space, height, room, you get a little bit more storage options. You also could have the possibility for adding a shower or a bathroom in them. They all are going to have, for the most part, going to have at least some type of refrigerator set up, or sink, little stove style setup, and then, like I mentioned, depending on what size is really going to dictate on how much storage space you get. One of the nice things with all the brands of vans that we carry and some of the companies that we can order from is that we get the accessories to be able to add onto the back, like your racks and your storage boxes, so that gives you a little bit more space to kind of keep all the things that you might need out on the trails. Some of the other key things to think about whenever you're looking at vans is going to be whether you're going to be living in one full time or just doing little weekend getaways, whether that be with yourself or having your kids with you as well. Finding the right brand that's going to have enough seating, or have the bed kind of layout that you might want, or have the water capacity that you might want for those extended trips. Versus if you're going to be living in one, you might want a little bit different features, things like that, to be more capable of kind of self-sustaining for very extended periods of time, obviously. So as I mentioned, some of the main brands that we tend to carry are going to be your Fords, your Chevys, or your Mercedes. With your Mercedes, you're going to usually get more of your bells and whistles, kind of with that, just because that's what they are, that's what they're known for. With the Chevys, they're going to be that smaller profile, more power, having the big V8 in them, being able to tow stuff easier with it if you're wanting to haul a little trailer behind you. And like I said, you can just get a little bit deeper and further off with them. And then with your Fords, Got really nice features. They can be almost as many options, if not more, than some of the Mercedes, but add a little bit more bang for your buck. I think the Fords are a really good option to get, versus if you're getting the low roof, the mid roof, or the high roof. They're all going to be good, but things to consider with that is going to be if you're used to the driving of something that size, to getting used to it. If you're in a place that's really windy, you might want to go with kind of a smaller van versus a real big one, so you're not getting that kind of wind push on you all the time. And then one thing with between your lows, your mids, or your high roofs is going to be if you're trying to fit it in a garage or in a storage space, and trying to keep that into consideration. And that'll also dictate what size lift, if you want to put one on one, or if not. With the pop-top vans like we have, they do have a little bit more height on the top of them than most would. Even when they're closed, just for that extra space for your bedding and things like that. And so that's something to kind of keep in mind. If you're going to be going with a low roof Ford or a Mercedes, it's pretty handy to have that pop-top roof on the top, even if you're not going to be using that extra bed space, just so whenever you are set up at camp, you can pop that roof up, move the kind of bed sections out of the way, and have plenty of walking around kind of space inside of it, so you're not just having to be hunched over the whole time. And so even like I mentioned, if you're not doing the family style camping and needing 2 beds, if you're getting a low roof version, or even on the Chevys, it's pretty nice to have that pop top conversion set up on them. Well, I hope y'all liked this first part. It's just more of the kind of intro to what we're going to be doing over the next few weeks and some of the things we're going to be doing. The next part we're going to be going over is going to be some of the key features and some of the key questions to keep in mind whenever you're going to be going over looking at getting a camper van or anything like that. So if you got any questions you can think of off the top of your head that you want us to go ahead and answer, like I said, drop those in the comments below and we'll be happy to answer those. But yeah, stay tuned for the next one, and make sure to like, comment, subscribe to us so you get notified whenever we're dropping that next video. And thank y'all for watching.